Soldiers!
Business is always good. What do you need this time? Those hoople heads. First they botched their work up here, now the Grove. Well, I thank you for helping them out. Sorry you had to go out of your way. Now there's an odd request. If you've got queries about my stock, I'm sure... Wait one rapt gone moment. Did Ms. Galloway put you up to this? I can't for the life of me induce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there? All the while, I thought they were growing healthy little comestibles. They were planting the seeds for psychological warfare. All right. Ms. Galloway can have access, but only because I believe in not biting the hand that feeds. Or keycard to access the terminals?
Hello again. You get that inventory? Good. I've got more than enough.
These incessant jingles over the loudspeakers.
Yeah, you'd be back. What do you need this time? Good eye. If things had turned out differently, it might be someone else standing here. Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward I like your op. Businesses. What do you need this time? As a friendly reminder.
again. You get that inventory issue sorted? How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, you've also made allies that you'll find all across. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a... split black circle near the middle. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle. Like the one you passed.
No offense to Val, but it's real nice having. Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. Let's keep your lamps lit for wildlife.
Hostile wildlife.
Need to ascend. Agents.
Skill classification level. Detected.
I swear that wasn't luck. Let me know when you needed a stretch.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded. It is of no matter, regardless. I do not know where she is. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. Then they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them. We became friends when she... well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter, and she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could. We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. I understand. Perhaps it actually is for the...
Give Auntie 2 bits, and she'll give you some new blitz. Give Auntie 5 bits.
I can't recall seeing any of these Protectorate types ever run a scale on each other.
Someday, when I make it big in lower middle management, I'm gonna come back here and buy this crummy saloon.
I see a huge opportunity for us in Fairfield. There's zero competition and plenty to drive people to.
Oh, you must be one of my copious direct. Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Why, of course. Once a drone operator, always a drone operator. Just enter this code and you should be able to circumvent any lockouts. Thank you for making me feel like a vital cog in the system again. Well...
Told my manager, a man is not a slice of nanner, Mr. Overby. Then I said, I am more than some... Well, now how am I gonna pay off my bar tab? Cole's gonna take my spleen.
Look at him go. Kara's gonna be pleased having them added to the arsenal. Drones launched, and no one dead. I'd say this calls for a celebratory smoke. Say, maybe we don't mention your part in all this to Kara, huh? Truth be told, she's taken issue with me as of late. I could really do with not looking the fool again. You're a real pal. You will definitely be getting a high score from me during the biannual. And before you go, take these. Reckon they'll come in.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm after?
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries with ammunition can be purchased at vending machines.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you. Is it me anyway? Need something, Commander? Sure, always.
Welcome, welcome. How can I improve your day the Auntie's way? Like they say, welcome, welcome. How can I improve your day the Auntie's way? Sure thing. When you want, say, welcome, welcome. See See anything you like?
I know I may seem awash in warm, welcoming sentiment, but I have a war to win. You ain't aiding me. You're wasting Let me spin you a yarn. One of my elite regiments ceased replying. Yesterday, the Protectorate launched the regiment commander's upper torso into one of our encampments, which calculating bastards, the Protectorate. Would admire their efficacy if it weren't taking so many of my best and brightest. Once the fighting reignites in full, they'll pay dearly. Seen the crimson side of a battlefield, have you? Do tell. Out here fighting for truth and light in this day and age? Laws. Ain't you an artifact from an age but good that you're versed in combat. Will serve you well in Arcadia. Like it served me. If you imagine, you may not believe it, but high amid my many goals is bringing an end to the fighting in Arcadia as soon as possible. Looks better for my record, after all. Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with playing fair and now seeks to delve into the oily recesses of brainwash? He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. But he wouldn't have to wheedle and connive. Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me. Could be direct. Feign that you're an assistant of some kind, though you'd have to have some know-how regarding engineering. But a simpler path would be paying a visit to the Ministry of Accuracy, liberating some credentials. Yaysayers ain't capable of suspecting a piece of paper. Certainly could. I wouldn't shed a tear on behalf of those drones, but the Protectorate is used to losing its people. And there's no doubt the repair center itself needs to be permanently put out of commission. Anything else is temporary. Competence recognizes competence. Get into that facility and make certain it won't ever...
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a... State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came. I'd actually be convinced if I were less versed in such affairs. No matter, despite the bold display of false bravado, excuse my circumspection. Uninvited callers have caused much of my misfortune of late. Although an intermeddling, you travel freely. I'll forgo appealing to your sense of duty, as those outside the Protectorate lack such motivating principles. I presume you accept payment for services? In my role, I compile material providing special insight on other colonies. Items prohibited to others. During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old office. Among them, a series which took considerable time to assemble. Oh, to the point then. A full set of Science Adventures Quarterly has been sold to various unknown parties across the island. I put it, once you have one of the 10 periodicals in hand, I will trade you for rarities and bits. Stay true, outsider.
Slow, Commander.
Emergency protocol syringes primed. Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
can't get the Andy's choice anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure, always have. I'll take fighting raps over living in a space.
My heart belongs to the sovereign, and the first sovereign before him. With Rome in my heart.
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed! No,
Ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt. That obvious, huh? Yeah, I was hoping there'd be something worth harvesting. Something worth the trouble of killing the poor creature. But hope is the father of disappointment. If the occasion calls for it. But I fancy myself something of a... Me and Raptidons, we're well acquainted. I know their patterns, behaviors, attacks. Know what gives them an edge around folk who ain't in... Which is why I gotta ask. What are you doing here? Oh, that's a high-profile target. Huh. If she entrusted that to you, then I reckon we're on the same side. Or something like... I'm Inez Silung, Auntie's choice. Former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Now, menial troubleshooter. Minister Milver Street of Fairfield sent me here to retrieve some information. Not my most exciting assignment, but suppose we can't expect much with the stalemate on this island. I'll admit I was eager for some good hunting around here. My arm, my graft, needs some bolstering. But if the raps here are as weak as this one, it won't help me none. I've had worse. Most times it's mundane work like paper pushing or tidying Milver Street salon. Other times it's bloodier, but can't exactly afford to be picky about the jobs that come my way neither. Considering my condition, options are limited. If you had, you'd know. Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their backs. Sorry. Guess I'm just used to folks staring real hard and then steering. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones. No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean complete. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such... I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one. She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to. Nothing else. But she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing. You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter. Let me put it this way. If I was already on the bottom rung, this knocks me clean off and buries me in sand. But I started from nothing before. I could do it again. Maybe. Ain't easy moving between companies. And I wasn't always with Auntie's choice. But that's a story for another time. Get the feeling you would. Go on now. There's probably plenty of Protectorate info waiting to be scooped up if you're keen. I got what I came for, so...
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's choice.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Stay with. Don't make me bury another.
Commencing combat-related activities.
careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna fill anything that moves full of holes.
I don't even want to think about.
Mind your own business interests.
My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain...
Scout report? Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir. Excellent.
Help me
Eddie, Scout.
formulate a cure.
Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if command has temporarily... put the actual fighting to the start.
Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped in a crack in our foundation. That is all it takes for such scourge to work its way in. Vigilance is a virtue. Be wary of trespassers. Their ideologies can be corrosive to the vital cause in our
Advised. Physiological cues indicate acute cantankerousness in your biology.
Better to be safe.
A stealthy...
Report any odd behaviors. My sentinels are never far.
The approach is suggested.
Always listening.
Now you know all you need to know. So on we go. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of protectorate society.
Got trouble, man. Ready to waste them on your command. How are you still upright over there? Nobody around.
we go. Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
Let me know when you need a distraction. How are you still upright over there?
Everywhere you go, everyone staying in the know.
Securing medical syringes. Mind the needles. Ready to assist with patient's health needs. Dispensing life-preserving medicine.
Commander, watch your vitals! Life flashes before my eyes, Commander! Revive me!
Not ready. Please try again later. Have engaging emergency protocols. This unit advises healing yourself. System failure. Standing by for assistance.
We go. Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to...
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Successful combat in the vicinity.
On your command.
Status susceptible to danger. Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
Plasmatic organizations will stay thee from appointed tasks when duty calls. Call on Matriarch's own Mercy Oxymorpho.
It's the pain subjugator.
Under the exclusive protection of the Sovereign, and as such, reflecting his excessive
This unit is concerned for the commander's well-being. Health benefits.
Somebody cover me or what?
Status. Susceptible to danger.
Let's clear their ledger.
Fortifying teammate vitals. Unit's vital stat have reached an alarming low.
Mandatory retirement indeed.
It's safe inside the mall, so just do what you Longings are dangerous and can crack you and distract you from all your duties with haste. Let the caretaker's hand lead you daily. It is better for the batters or else it's a waste. Everything is grand and paradigm flat. It's safe inside the mold, so just do as you're told. Watching and guiding, system abiding, do not go sliding away. We're never hiding, they stay providing, do as you're told and obey. Working and piking, faithfully striding, do not go gliding away. Thoughts are dividing, so they stay deciding, just do as you're told and obey.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
Prudence dictates. Our betters always know best, which is why our trusted consul now joins us to share his unvarnished knowledge of a painful topic, the traitorous Order.
My fellow Arcadians, it is well known that the Order of the Ascendant abandoned us when corporatist invaders arrived in Arcadia. Yet why? The roots of their betrayal reach deep. To when Ruth Bassar ascended to presiding bishop. She was jealous of the zeal our sovereign instills in his faithful subjects. Bassar's envy heralded a shift in Order priorities, a dereliction of scientific duty to pursue more selfish ambitions. The tumult of invasion gave them an opportunity to abandon us. Their contributions were always exaggerated. They practiced junk scientism in the name of hokum, grand plans, universal equations, ignoring the guiding light of our planet, which always foretold the gulf between Protectorate faithful and the Order. In truth, those math worshippers didn't abandon us. We left them to rot in their own overwrought thought.
Now, on to other matters. Next up, music to invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace, with a true adherence zeal.
Our system is sublime, the best ever to be had. It's perfection, perfection. Our paradigms I can plan. To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a cause, and every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all. To inform on your neighbor is thoughtful. If their zeal shows deficiency, quick mental tune-ups may be all that they need to resume peak efficiency. You're the center of our system. You're what fuels our mighty flame. We share successes and failures, even when you're to blame.
Unsanitary conditions detected.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well.
It is here. You there? There they all are. We must trust our community. It's only then that we prevail as one perfect union. A simple people so whole, to be right and unbreakable. That is our ultimate goal. We all trust in each other. By rules we abide, working as commanded to, side by side.
This is
Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into Omid Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
Schematic devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates...
Oh, all that pleading and the like. Yes. Well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit I did. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me as an aide-de-camp of sorts on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
The superiority of our system.
Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate, while when he failed to return, I peeked out. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new form of experimental agent. I ran back, and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination. Well, you'd certainly think so, but management sets the goals. Our humble research team works to deliver. Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success. Well, of course. Succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only, requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of every... Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Just so. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeve, we'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. How exceedingly fortunate. Just spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here. Once we have an
Typical Auntie's Choice. Moving fast and breaking things.
Ever wonder if our assignment here will never end? Like our employment contracts just keep renewing.
I must ask you to hold still. I must say, I'm rather amazed. How did you manage to formulate coagulant with only a handful of ingredients? Oh. Well, yes. In any case, I hate being in debt to anyone, so... It's your lucky day, Trooper. Our friend here has manufactured a coagulant that will raise your likelihood of surviving the...
I'm still not sure about...
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Dear neighbors, gather round the wireless for this multi-part chat with a man possessing a commanding yet comforting vocal timbre, Emery Thoreau, more simply known as the Console. Greetings, Console. Now you are more than just our...
I'd say welcome back, but if you're here for the dock, hope you ain't in any kind of hurry. Wait's still on the long side of short.
His firm hand. I enforce his benevolence.
You enforce it so faithfully. I'm sure I speak for all subjects when I say thank you for your service. It must be such a burden.
Not at all. I have help from the Sentinels. Of course. All subjects rest easy knowing these agents walk hidden among us, forever vigilant for despoilers of our perfect life. I have bestowed them with the authority to serve and protect all faithful subjects. Only wrongdoers have anything to fear. Thus my sentinels free me to fulfill my own purpose.
A purpose we've kept you from overlong. Thank you for inspiring us, Consul. Before you go, might I ask you to sing a bit of Gloria Arcadia in your wonderful voice?
I know full well what would happen.
I was even the slightest scintilla of success so ill-used. Is it my destiny?
Our target audience hear it? Well, don't you look thirsty? Oh, right. What'll it be, stranger? Pick your poison.
You will hear his inspiring voice on these airwaves again. As they say, is that what's next? Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
Of vigilance elite who need a new foot, elbow, hip, or knee. We are graced to serve the Protectorate till the day we no longer breathe. Workplace dangers can cause real alarm, but there is a place for you with one arm. With one arm. Two hands are better than one, but one is better than none. Two hands are better than one, but one is better than none. Two hands are better than one, but one is better than none. Two hands are better than one, but one hand is better than none. That one goes out to the Sovereign. In fact, all of them do, because as you know, he composed every single one. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
All these rifts got everyone riled up, including me.
Sweats.
How are we supposed to
Congratulations.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind.
Rumpox.
Maybe I am.
General malaise. Imbalanced humors. Dyspepsia. Oh, and one more thing. Insomnia.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. Just rest your tired head with the sedative, you'll feel dead. Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You wanna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. Just rest your tired head with the sedative, you'll feel dead. Sleep tight with sweet dreams.
That was a song the Sovereign doesn't want you to hear. Oh, say, I hope no members of the Protectorate are listening. Wouldn't want anyone dreaming of a
Must
life
be at
of
least a few usable parts in here.
determination.
Aha!
Did I mention I ate a
Ah,
huge
it's
box of
warped.
purple berry
Just like
pie to
everything else.
celebrate my big new
Oh,
promotion?
there?
Yep.
You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris?
Time dictating my every move. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're
Westport's stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. I need to find some parts to convert some of our auto mechanicals. Non-combat parts. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Anti's bombs sure take their toll, don't they?
Look no further. Wow, that's large.
Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. True enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of anything. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand? Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and mouth. The center is... Say, you don't work for Antes, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence. Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center, hence my need to scavenge. Yes and no. The bomb, which is made short, nor the troopers who should have been escorting this. Or their bodies. These were stalwart defenders of the Protectorate we're talking about here. No. Some other unfortunate fate has befallen. Likewise.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech. What's your business here?
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right, let's not lose our heads over a simple Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. Well, and fair warning, watch out for Zeranium gas. We sprung a leak. Nothing too bad. Aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero...
I laugh at danger. I'm a get-up-and-go-getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While the herd wait for permission, I see my opportunity and take it. I handmake my own luck. Don't follow.
Prudence dictates. We cherish all we have and defend it.
Choice. Every flavor-filled morsel is packed with the pep and pertinacity you need to succeed. Are you a get-up-and-go-getter?
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
What in the name of the architect?
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here arguing the impending doom of this facility.
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing, but not today. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it. You see, Woodrow, why, at this rate, we'll have the facility up and running in little to...
That's what scares me, Mark.
Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals, though we may not last long if we fail to repair the Zeranium leak. Ah, that's where you're in luck. Thanks to our resident Zeranium scientist, no one needs to die, perish, or suffer any injury. The Vox relay station needs our automechs. But until that leak is fixed, this facility... Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype Zeranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more useful to the Protectorate. What did I tell you, Woodrow?
Marshal, those automechs have been corrupted with uranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of. If we lack the time, should they go berserk, we may well be turning the very subject you intend to resupply into their victim.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are grounded. And
Montelli? I rescind my objection. May the delicate workings of the...
There's a good fellow.
Don't try to make your own crab or repast. Trust me when I say that it'll be your last.
Alert. Pop. Ready to take the heat off you, Commander.
Ambient Zeranium levels are higher than average, but within... State your business. This unit was engineered to...
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone is finally trying out my automechanical quartermaster. Show the...
Command not understood.
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode. Let's look into that.
All wares should be perfect.
Sorry, it tends to...
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable. Request not.
It only understands the words I've added to its data. Look, for now, just use the phrase
initiating commerce.
Crabwich, consume at your own risk. Crabwich, it tastes almost decent. Crabwich, it's the sandwich you want to eat.
On this episode of Big Game Hunters, we go bug hunting on the Elysium moon of Dorado.
I'm Pierce Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's ecological equity. Every episode, I focus on a different species to tell you the risks.
Oh! Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts.
Don't see a reptile set like that
See you soon,
every
I hope.
day. And what each animal brings to the table. Auntie Cleo says the universe is full of things that want to kill you. But what doesn't kill you boosts your net worth. This is Big Game Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice Liftoff Laxative. And every washroom mission with a successful splashdown. I'm on Dorado, soaking up solar particles in Golden Ridge. Sounds like a million-bit piece of real estate. Too bad all that glitters here is fool's gold. But we're prospecting for a different kind of pay dirt. A creature with 8 legs and 2 venomous injectors. The Barachnid. Not my kind of quarry. Gives me the wimwams. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't contractually obligated. But let's cut to the hunt. Here in Golden Ridge, we'll find a Barachnid breed encrusted with crystals. It only improves their unsettling appearance in that it helps them blend in. Many nastier variations out there. This whole system needs an exterminator. These jumbo bugs are deadly from any distance. They'll cover a quarter furlong in a single leap. And tell
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure? Amplifier request? The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs to the Vox. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me.
Guess we better have a look.
Brigadier Montelli does not accept excuses. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither you want to see the quartermaster. She'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but
Burn the whole colony in one fiery swoop. And don't underestimate traps. Arachnids don't have the gray to skitter around them.
Apologies, but automechanical's work is never concluded.
Already be on top of you. Nastiest case scenario. Let's just move on to the spoils, shall we?
Might be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. Don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
Uranium poisoning. Only a mild case, but the doctor's golden treatment to study my symptoms.
Sovereign mercy. How do you feel?
Downright privileged is how I feel.
Yes. Let's have another humdrum workaday ailment, no doubt. Oh, gladly. What would you like to know? Xeranium is a crystal. Even in its raw form, it generates energy. But once refined and stored, refined xeranium is used to power nearly. However, it's also highly unstable and must be mined exceedingly carefully. Even minor bumps or jolts can cause xeranium crystals to explode. Total avoidance is best, but try to get. Come to think of it, our visiting scientist next door is working on a device that shields the user from
We've got your candy.
That's tobacco.
From Taster's Candy.
That's tobacco.
Get you started young. This was the fun.
Not sure we should get any closer.
That's tobacco. That's tobacco.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload induced
That's tobacco. Smoke our tobacco.
It's what your friends all love to do. Behind your back, they make fun of you.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate.
That's tobacco.
Oh, yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best? Now, what is it you want? Ah, our good Marshall sent you, did he? Well, unfortunately, the device is taking longer than expected. Assist me, and you'll get more than bits out of the equation. Now tell me, are you familiar with Zeranium gas? One and the same. That building took... I could speak at length. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Zeranium's remarkably unsavory effects. Ought to have the prototype up and running. Just a few small operational details. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components. Good. Wonderful. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray Zeranium effluvium, gas that merely activate the device once it's inside a Zeranium cloud. Try to avoid any fields of dense Zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions? Oh,
Not sure. we should get any.
It's tobacco.
Our medical experts recommend you buy a
Get any closer.
my little minion. I trust. What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center. And now, on to what's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the... I require a component called... You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. You would imagine so. Unfortunate, so you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon. I'm sure he's just being... No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech. Good. Failing that, one last thing. Well, off...
Huck off to the closing steam whistle. And that 20-back tackled pileup on the tender in the mid-port restricted zone. I was on the edge of my luxury Sisty-Hide Spectation lounger. Not to mention the concession sales. Invasive marketing hucked it out of the arena with their official Auntie's Choice branded Sprat Crisp penalty buckets. Oh, but I digress. Just as in Tossball, we need to put on our winger face. Go the extra even zone. This is a marathon, not a sprint to get humped in the Wednesday zone. Although it is that too. Sometimes you can't score a body goal without an offsides huck. Play by the rules.
If you need something, kindly make it quick. She and I have been over. Please understand. The original staff of this facility were rounded up. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic crap? I can't. I won't.
Lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
That's a fair point. It's not as if they've come back to... All right, how's about we get the Dragoon situated over here? So I could... One catalytic amplifier as agreed. I hate to lose another Dragoon. Not a chance. Donaldson has done everything in his power to get this facility online. He can't be seeing you...
Dysentery. Swings of moon. Bloody flux. Decrepitude. Night terrors.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic... Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to... With this gadget, you'll be Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. You do that.
One more interlude, additional ailments include
Chronic itch. Inflammation. Night sweats. Flatulation. Lumbago. Mild days. Scrumpox. General malaise. Imbalanced humors. Pepsia. Oh, and one more thing.
Run into trouble? If you'd indulge me. First question. Can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the Zeranium? Enough. All right. For instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer? Well, as a there. That should do it. Deuce. Don't have much to spare, but you're free to have...
sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's
for you.
Unable to repair automechs, several patrols have since gone missing in that area. You may wonder whatever could be the plan. Combat drones, a hitherto unknown species of aggressive endemic wildlife. The Protectorate survivors gone hideously feral. By command and unnecessary distraction. Authorities' choice forces are the southeast coast of the island entirely. Now, on to other things. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine the dances presently allowed. Now, a word from our sponsors. Say, got your alien planting corollary in my invasive species fish paste.
You're a rugged, spacefaring frontiers person type. Try it, despite the countless voices screaming in your head not to.
Oh, it's like sour milk and expired medicine. Yet despite this balefully rebarbative mouthfeel, I feel great.
Everyone knows Salubrious concoctions aren't supposed to taste good. That's how you know it's working.
Nannerfish Restorative Elixir. Additional health benefits? None. Delicious taste. New from Auntie's Choice. Where nature ends, we begin.
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
Now, here's a song to take your mind off the worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
Engaging hostile life forms.
Hey, you there! Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the average oaf? Well, look no further. It's the only God that says I'm in charge. It's enough. Know that you shout when pace combination. Chance of landing with
my little minion. I trust you've made what it should you suffer. Now, what's needed now is something you'll be pleased to learn there's one right. So you may have Dragoon. You must have seen the large automech patrol. No doubt. Good. Failing. One last thing. Well,
That's tobacco. That's tobacco. Candy, tobacco.
Yes? Please, why should I follow their... all right. One catalytic amplifier as agreed.
I'm Pierce Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity. Every episode, I focus on a different species to tell you the risks.
well, any closer to obtaining the cat? Oh, now, report to Marshal Donaldson if you do that.
Wrapped it on venom sack like that every day. And what each animal brings to the table. Auntie Cleo says the universe is full of things that want to kill you. But what doesn't kill you boosts your net worth. This is Big Gain Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice Liftoff Laxatives. And every watch.
Run it. If you'd indulge me, I have a few questions I'd like to. First question: can you describe the condition? All right. For instance, do your bones? As there, that should do it. Do stop back in if you suffer additional.
I'm on Dorado, soaking up solar particles in Golden Ridge. Sounds like a million-bit piece of real estate. Too bad all that glitters here is fool's gold. But we're prospecting for a different kind of payday. A creature with 8 legs and 2 venomous injectors. The Varachnid. Not my kind of quarry. Gives me the wimwams. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't contractually obligated. Well, let's cut to the hunt. Here in Golden Ridge, we'll find a Varachnid breed encrusted with crystals, which only improves their unsettling appearance in that it helps them blend in. Plenty of nastier variations out there. This whole system needs an exterminator. These jumbo bugs are deadly from any distance. They'll cover a quarter furlong in a single leap. And
Welcome. Glad to have you back.
Some breeds hurl sticky silk gloves. You know what? No need to track one of these spiders down. Listeners get the gist. Oh, security team spotted one nearby. Great. Guess we better have a look. Little bugger's skinning up behind me! It's on me! It's a swarm! They're everywhere! Burn them! Burn them with plasma! Best way to deal with swarms is plasma grenades. Burn the whole colony in one fiery swoop. And don't underestimate traps. Arachnids don't have the gray to skitter around them. Stick with quick loaders. While you're swapping ammo, the spiders might already be on top of you. Nasty escape scenario. Well, let's just move on to the spoils, shall we? Arachnid's only pretty part is its sucker. Hideous, but handy in all sorts of crafting recipes. Certainly more valuable than harm. That and 10 spread hives will get you a cup of dehydrated water. Time to blast off this bug-infested rock. So with that, I raise a glass of Spectrum Red and bid you bottoms up to your bottom line.
More quality broadcasting coming right up. Thank you.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Selection from Auntie the Music, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie's inspirational origins.
Sell them on a dim. It's tantamount to piety. Choose betterment or impairment. Improve yourself and have time for one more lesson, so I shot her one last question. I said, but I'm worried about the conflicts when dealing with my wife. Suppose I can't outdo or outthink them faster. She said,
If all else fails, kill the bastards. So be a cutthroat.
she said, do what you can and do what you must to get far ahead, but never get caught. Do what you must and do what you can. Ignore all the rules and never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Get caught. My corporate seal had been revived. Soon enough, the lift arrived. Our time had come to an end. Auntie quickly penned an invoice for her time, and smiling, said,
This is how you climb. There's no such thing as
That was a song the Sovereign doesn't want you to hear. Oh, say, I hope the members of the Protectorate are listening. Wouldn't want anyone dreaming of a life of self-fulfillment and self-determination. Did I mention I ate a full box of Purpleberry Crunch to celebrate my big new promotion? Yep, life here is tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating my every move. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice. You've let yourself slide, feeling down on your luck. Fell off the ladder and you think that
I'm trying not to fret about these rifts so much.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these
true what they say, money buys happiness. Forget your shifts, you can sleep later. We've got the goods to make you better than nature.
Been working at that spot of business we discussed. Loose your words. I'm listening.
Auntie is the best choice.
Scouts reported a plume of smoke thick and wide billowing from the facility. Sure didn't seem to be mechanical exhaust. Got more to report?
She's just the best choice.
Just that Milver Street requested her presence for some mission. Normally I'd demand to be paid, but I was just glad to get her some work. Trooper Sealong was one of my best enhanced soldiers, but never took to her grafts. Been uncertain what I could rely on her for. So Milver Street. Trooper Sealong ain't a fragile wallflower. She's a soldier. She's got a contract. And she ain't so far gone we can't make use of her. But the fact is, her grafts are holding her back, and it's on. Now, let's talk helping you. There's a bridge gating entry to the northern part of the island. You want to get to the Vok? There's an alternate path, but it's blocked by Zeranium. I'll order my troops at the forward operating base to aid you, and you'll punch. From there, your target's the Skycutter Tower. Seems it was recently reactivated, and by our engineers' metrics, might be useful in overloading the Vox. Wouldn't trust the Protectorate's over-engineered perfection to cook a Spratwurst. Give me the no-frills, disposable quality of Auntie's Choice. If by some miracle your contraption doesn't turn you inside out, I give you a much quieter route once you pass to the northern end of the island and step light, though. There's no protectorate gallivanting it.
No product testing to do. Means cheaper prices for you. Auntie is the best choice. Feel the benefits of spending your bits. She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's. It's Auntie's choice. Auntie is the best choice. Bringing betterment to keep us content. Auntie is the best choice. No product testing to do. Means cheaper prices for you. Auntie is the best choice. Feel the benefits of spending your bits. She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's. It's Auntie's choice.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
It's Auntie's. Auntie's choice.
At Auntie's Choice.
Greetings, potential customer. State your business. Initiating.
And you need all 10 flavors of Spectrum vodka in order to be free.
Every autonomous consumer needs both Borscht, and I can't believe it's not Borscht.
Can you truly say you are liberated without frozen, dried, smoked, and canned salt tuna fillets?
Be free, everyone!
Be free with Auntie's Choice.
Now, upward and onward. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly through talent or gun.
Wireless Free Arcadia presents our top requested marketing melody, Forced Rockets by the Herschel Sisters.
Force rockets. Force rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your launch today. When you miss the call for chow, but you want to eat something now, you'll go for lunch with Force rockets. When your team is getting creamed and your winger's out of steam, recharge your toss
simply can't live without. Our Iffy Jiffy mail order division informs it is now offering the Pan-Pharmacon 5 walk-in industrial macrowave. Originally developed for secretive research laboratories for purposes we may only guess at, the Pan-Pharmacon 5 is now available to you, the unremarkable everyday consumer. Step inside and let electromagnetic waves bathe over you,
Well,
exciting your molecules.
this is not shooting the water anymore.
Sciatica, narcolepsy.
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can. Word to the wise. Despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
And plenty. We have community, purpose.
Hey, you
time,
there!
recreation.
Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the
Strenuous or
average folk?
stressful.
Well, look no
Food is
further.
nutritious and plentiful.
It's
We
the
have
only cigar that
everything we
says
need.
I'm in charge. It's an Uncle Wentworth Belvedere Stout. When they see me coming, they shout.
We take a moment to rightly appreciate it.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Apologies. Emergency protocols unready. Emergency protocol. Ready.
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Neighbors, celebrate your good fortune. Our beneficent sovereign has chosen this well-timed moment for another golden bestowment.
My devoted subjects, hear me as I pontificate on the topic of corporatist invaders. That scourge of self-indulgers who would push their unwholesome byproducts on Arcadia. Their presence is no cause for disquieting thoughts. This desperate invasion only demonstrates the perfection of our system. They believe in nothing, but want everything, while we believe in much, yet want for nothing. Let them envy our contentment and leave as they came, empty-handed and empty-hearted.
Now on to other matters. Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
Every
know this to be true. He cares for you. The sovereign deserves all your love. Every day he's uplifting. Keeping out I know this given your grace. Sovereign deserves all your love. Love him because he loves you. Love him, believe you must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I scope my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign.
This looks like the place. Lord, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Niles.
Howdy, Zed. You look... well.
My sovereign. My heart belongs.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead. Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters. And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off? So you're the one responsible for the severity of Niles' injuries. You ordered him to remain behind on a fruitless recovery effort.
Way to see the tank half full there, Commander.
So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine. That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world to the... I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looked...
Found her! You there!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I knew something was wrong.
That was one of my operatives. I organized the mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I am. Without...
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call and do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the console.